called to order. Please stand for the salute to the flag. Freeholder Clark, will you please lead us in the salute?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam President, can we have a moment of silence for our nation and for those journalists and for some of the things that are happening around the world?
Very good. Let's bow for a moment of silence. Reference to Freeholder Carol Clark's request. Thank you. Thank you. I have before me certification from the clerk that this meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Present.
Freeholder Clark.
Here.
Freeholder Gill, absent. Freeholder Johnson.
Present.
Freeholder Luciano.
Here.
Freeholder Owens.
Here.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Here.
Freeholder President Watson.
Here. Okay. Madam Clerk, are there any transcripts to be approved?
Madam President, there are two. We have the conference board meeting of July 9th, 2014 and July 24th, 2014.
Okay, Freeholders, do you have any questions in reference to the conference board meetings for July 9th through and July 24th? I'll have a motion and second to approve the transcript.
I'll move it.
Second.
Motion and second, motion by Freeholder Sebo, second by Freeholder Owens. No further questions, comments, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill, absent. Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens.
Yes.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, let's move to the public comment session on agenda items. Tonight's meeting is a combined conference board meeting, and we will vote on every item on the agenda. So if there's any member of the public who would like to speak on or comment on any agenda item, please come to the microphone, state your name and affiliation for the record, and you have 3 minutes to speak.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Giving thanks and honor to the Almighty. My name is James Harris. I live at 9 Pleasant Avenue, Montclair, and I'm here tonight to, first of all, to thank President Lonnie Watson for your response, which you sent to me in response to my comments at the last meeting. And I want to thank you for your diligence in this. I know that when Freeholder Johnson gave the report, his report was that we were not impressive. And of course, as the former president of the NAACP, now the first vice president of the NAACP in Montclair, and as the county coordinator for the New Jersey Black Issues Convention, employment has become one of the major things that we're concerned about. And so we will continue to ask the questions about who gets the contracts for the county and what is the profile of those companies that do get contracts for the county. And we're hoping that the report in the future will be much more impressive for minority contractors, particularly African-American companies getting more contracts from the county. It is our belief that if we can grow African-American companies, they will increase their employment of African-Americans like all other groups do, and we can reduce the unemployment in Essex County, where we have some of the highest unemployment in the state of New Jersey, and New Jersey has the highest unemployment in the country. So we're hoping, and we're more than willing to work with your recommendations, Freeholder Board President, that we will work with your department to supply those companies and organizations that can help the county do a better job. It strikes me that the black fraternities and sororities have memberships all over the country and probably have connections that could be helpful in getting the right people. There are some companies that already are certified by the state, as well as University Hospital, as well as Public Service Gas and Electric, as well as New Jersey Transit, as well as the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. And if we can pull all of those resources together and give opportunities to people to, first of all, apply. And I do want to say about Deborah Collins' operation, she has invited people to come to learn how the county goes about awarding contracts. And we're working with several organizations throughout the state and the country to get them to the table so that they can apply and learn how to be more competitive. One of the challenges that you definitely have is the bonding issue. So we're looking at ways of getting minority companies better qualified to be bonded so that they can be more successful in working in Essex County, where we have over 323,000 black people. But thank you again for your response, and I look forward to working with you and members of the Freeholder Board. Thank you.
And thank you again. That was not on his comments were not on the agenda, but I didn't stop him because I didn't see anyone else in the audience that wanted to speak on agenda items, so we went directly to the public comment who will speak on any issue. And again, thank you, Mr. Harris, for your comments and that you made to the board. Do we have anyone else from the public who would like to speak on any issue? Comment on any issue?
Good evening, Madam President, Essex County Freeholder Board. Douglas Freeman, 525 Clinton Place, Newark, New Jersey, Southport 44th District Leader. I come before you to speak about the busing of our kids tomorrow by the Newark Public School. They plan to bus a hub on Lyons Avenue, which is a county road right across the street from Beth Israel. That is a parcel and a corridor that does not need obstruction. And we have spoke to the Newark Public School to try to have some type of relief from this issue of maybe pushing it back a couple of streets where it won't block the traffic. In this same area, we have buses that turn from Maple Avenue to Lyons Avenue. We have buses that come down Lyons Avenue and numerous ambulances that come from to Beth Israel. If they continue with this plan tomorrow of doing the busing of our kids and having the parents drop their kids off on Lyons Avenue, it's going to wreak havoc in our area. And I'm asking through you, Madam President, if you can reach out to Newark Public Schools and see if they can come up with a better system than to do this on Lyons Avenue, which is a county road. Thank you.
And again, thank you for your comments. Do we have anyone else from the public who would like to comment at this time? Okay, Madam Clerk, are there any topics of discussion?
Madam President, there are none.
Okay, Madam Clerk, let's move to resolution number 1, which is an appointment to the ECIA. Please read it.
Essex County Improvement Authority member appointment, Carla A. Stanzali, Esquire. So,
Ralph?
Yes, Madam President. Thank you. The administration is pleased and proud to present Carla Stanzel before this Board of Chosen Freeholders for advice and consent to serve on Essex County Improvement Authority Board. Ms. Stanzel will be replacing Mr. Peter Shapiro, and her term will run through January 31st, 2019. Ms. Stanzel is in the audience. If I can call up to the mic, and she can introduce herself to the board.
Good evening, Madam President and freeholders. My name is Carla Stanzial. I'm a resident of West Orange, New Jersey. I was born and raised in the county, and I am now raising my own family here. I'm seeking appointment to the board of the ECIA tonight. I'd like to be more involved in the community and benefiting the county and its residents. I support the mission of the ECIA, and I hope to make a positive contribution as a member of the board.
Very good. Freeholders, do you have any questions? Freeholder Vice President Seabold.
Thank you. I'm very pleased that you are going to be on ECIA. You come from a wonderful family. I've known your father for so many years. He's a wonderful attorney. You have an impressive resume, and I know you will enjoy being on the ECIA.
Thank you very much.
Very good, thank you. Freeholders, additional comments or questions? Freeholder Clark.
I know you'll do a great job, and we knew the block, so there's the chip.
Thank you.
Freeholder Owens.
I never met this young lady before, but I do know her dad. Her dad and my brother used to work together many years ago in the assembly and in the law office. My brother's Ronald Owens.
I remember your brother well.
I wish you the best. Anything I could do to support you, you certainly have it.
I thank you.
Okay. Freeholders, no further questions. Do I have a motion and a second
move that.
to move by Freeholder Vice President Siebel and second by Freeholder Owens? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Vice President Siebel.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill, absent. Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Ms. Stanziel, your resume speaks for itself. What an impressive resume. And I know you'll be an outstanding ECIA commissioner, and that's what we need to continue to move this county forward. I want to welcome you aboard and also let you know that you have our support and best wishes as you begin your service on that board. So, and I know that you will be of service to all of the residents of Essex County. So again, thank you and have a great evening. And if there's anything we can do for you here on the Freeholder Board, just call and let us know.
Thank you,
Thank
Madam
you.
President, and thank you, Freeholders. I look forward to working with the ECIA.
Thank you. Let's go to Resolution 2. Deborah, you want to read Resolution 2 and 3? Because we're going to actually take 2 and 3 together.
Resolution 2, County of Essex Professional Services to provide website maintenance, including data upload support services, hosting of website and related database. Iris Communications, LLC, $12,540, 3-year agreement. Resolution 3, Department of Health and Rehabilitation, Division of the Hospital Center, 2-year affiliation agreement with the Felician College.
Okay, Mr. Sheldon, will you please explain Resolution 2 and 3?
Resolution 2, this is a small business, a woman-owned business, by the way, who actually created the website for Ms. Collins' Small Business Development Office. This contract is to offer maintenance of the website for 3 years in the amount of $12,540. Resolution 3 is an affiliation agreement with Felician College. This is a renewal agreement. This is for their nursing students, and Felician is one of many other colleges that have affiliation agreement at our psychiatric hospital.
Very good. Freeholders, do you have any questions or comments on Resolution 2 and 3? No questions, no comments on Resolution 2 and 3. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Clark.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill, absent. Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
8.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Madam President, first of all, I want to kind of thank the administration because during this last bad winter, I was called by a couple of townships in reference to they needed salt because there was none there. And we had enough that we assisted some towns in some very difficult situations. And I'm hoping that we're preparing again for that, you know, especially looking at the city of Newark and the East Orange, Irvingtons, and Montclairs and all, because you know how these budgets are this year, and I think we should be more than prepared to help and assist where we could.
Okay. Freeholder Clark.
I just want to, once again say kudos to Mr. Chalella and the administration on how you guys were able to. You were just able to manage to find resources when apparently almost nobody else could, and it was bad, but you were able to help not only the surrounding towns make their roads passable, but make sure ours were as well. So ours were in great shape, and you were able to help the other surrounding towns at least get some of their major thoroughfares open and passable. So hopefully this will do it. I don't know whether you have a backup or a contingency plan just in case it doesn't, but hopefully this will do it.
Okay, additional comments, freeholders? Then let's go to Resolution 9. Mr. McInerney?
Yeah, Madam President, the previous resolution that we adopted, were there more vendors involved? We have a whole list of vendors.
Through you, Madam President, that's the more extensive list. There's a substantial amount of pieces of equipment on that one. This is a very small list. This is a supplemental list, but the larger list was the one resolution, I believe it was 00579 that this board had approved previously, that has the extensive list of vehicles.
But it's still the same $10 million.
It's the same $10 million, that's correct.
Thank you.
Mr. Polavecchio, question?
Not on 9. No.
Not on 9?
Freeholder Clark.
Okay, Freeholder Clark.
This is going to be, it says that it comports with the bidding that took place. So is it the 3 bids that we see here, these 3 companies? They
Yes.
were the 3 lowest,
Well, the way,
responsive and responsible?
through you, Madam President, the way we run this particular bid, we ask for the vendor to supply pieces of equipment, how many tons, various sizes. Every vendor that submitted a bid, we needed every piece of equipment. So all vendors, as long as they submit the proper insurance, they're selected. The way Public Works operates it, each vendor submits not only the piece of equipment, but a labor rate associated with it for the driver. The Public Works Department will go through from the lowest dollar hourly rate until they fill their needs of a piece of equipment. So someone bidding $100 an hour obviously would be called first before someone bidding $200. But all pieces, every vendor that submitted has been accepted and are on our list because as we had last winter, every piece of equipment that was available out there, we needed as well as other municipalities. So we want to make sure that we're covered, and that's why we put out a supplemental bid.
Okay. And the last time we did this, how much did we spend? Or we've not done it before?
No, we've done it before.
Okay.
I don't have that figure in front of you, but I'll definitely provide that to the clerk tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, additional questions, comments, freeholders? We are on Resolution 9. Let's go to 10. Oh, yes, Mr. Polavecchio?
Mr. Chilella, on this contract, it appears it was awarded as a 2-year contract with the option of a 2-year extension, and this resolution, number 10, is the exercise of that 2-year option, correct? Are there any additional extension periods? Is there another 1 year, or will it have to be bid? Will this service have to be bid at the end of the 2-year?
My understanding, this is the last option on the original bid. It's my understanding, and it follows the increase that's permitted under New Jersey index of 1.5% increase.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Additional questions, freeholders? Do I have a motion and a second to take 8, 9, and 10 together?
I'll move.
Moved by Freeholder Johnson and second by Freeholder Luciana. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Vice President Sebo.
Yes.
Freeholder Owens.
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano.
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson.
Yes.
Freeholder Gill absent. Freeholder Clark.
Yeah.
Freeholder Bobadilla.
Yes.
Freeholder Beasley absent. Freeholder President Watson.
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, we're going to take 11, 12, and 13 together, and we'll read it into the record at a later time. Ralph, well, let's start with Resolution 11.
This is our Department of Administration and Finance, Office of Purchasing. This is for parking spaces for our county council, prosecutor, and superior court employees that work down at 261 University Avenue, commonly known as Gibraltar. This is for 35 parking spaces. It's $200 per space per month. This is the same cost as last year. It's from 6:30 a.m. to 11 p.m., Monday through Friday. Resolution 12, again, our Department of Administration, Office of Purchasing, agreement for parking spaces for handicap court employees, again, at the Gibraltar Complex, 261 University Avenue. This is for 10 handicap spaces in the amount of $200 per space. Again, same time, 6:30 a.m. through 11 p.m., Monday through Friday, and same cost as last year at $200 per space per month. And finally, Resolution 13, our Department of Corrections contract with Homedale Footwear LLC, the lowest responsible bidder, to furnish and deliver hanger locker clothing bags, a 2-year agreement, $24,980. These are replacement vehicles, roughly at $12.99 per bag. These are the bags that store the inmates' clothing while they are with us at our correctional facility. And they do wear out from time to time, and these are replacement bags.
Okay. Freeholder, let's start with the resolution. We're going to take, I will ask to take Resolution 11, 12, and 13 together. We'll start with question, comments on Resolution 11. No questions, comments? Then we'll go to Resolution 12. No question, comments? Then let's go to 13. No question, comments. Do I have a motion and a second to take Resolution 11, 12, and 13 together?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Moved by Freeholder Owens. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Johnson. No further comments or questions, Freeholders? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Freeholder Beasley? Absent. Freeholder Bobadilla?
Yes.
Freeholder Clark?
Yes.
Freeholder Gill? Absent. Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Luciano?
Yes.
Freeholder Owens? Yes. Freeholder Vice President Sebo?
Yes.
Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Okay, Madam Clerk, we'll take, let's go to Resolution 14 through 18, all commendations. And we'll, I think, on Resolution 18, Freeholder Clark asked if, Madam Vice President, Freeholder Clark asked if she could be added to that resolution. Vice President Sebo, Freeholder Clark wanted to know if she could be added to Resolution 18.
Certainly.
Okay, do we have any other comments on Resolution 14 through 18?
Madam Chair.
Yes, Freeholder Owens?
What that resolution?
Okay, Freeholder Owens would like to be added on
18.
18?
Absolutely.
Okay, no. Do we have any other?
Madam President?
Yes. Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
You would like to be
Yeah.
added to that
Yes.
one also?
18.
18? Okay, Freeholder Bobadilla, may I add my name to Freeholder, Resolution 14?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll vote, do I have a move and second to take Resolution 14 through 18 together?
Oh,
Freeholder Clark?
may I join you on Resolution 16?
Yes, you may. Madam Clerk, you have all the changes before we vote?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
need
move by Freeholder Vice President Sebo and a second by Freeholder Bobadilla?
Yes.
Okay. Roll call, Madam Clerk?
Freeholder Vice President Sebo?
Yes.
Freeholder Owens? Freeholder Luciano?
Yes.
Freeholder Johnson?
Yes.
Freeholder Gill, absent. Freeholder Clark?
Yes.
Freeholder Bobadilla? Yes. Freeholder Beasley, absent. Freeholder President Watson?
Yes.
So moved.
Madam Clerk, do we have any added style of resolution?
Madam President, we have none.
Okay, do we have any report of board committees? None. Legislative reports? None. Just let me, I'll do that later. Written communications? Unfinished business? New business? And now we go back to the public comment session. Do we have anyone from the public who would like to speak? Please come to the microphone, state your name and affiliation, and you have 3 minutes to speak. Public comment session. There's no one wishing to speak again at this time, Madam Clerk. We'll go into freeholder comment session. Freeholders, you have any comments to make at this time? If none, let me just congratulate Freeholder Clark. You made the news with NACO. I don't know if you recognize that. Your it's a very nice picture. And it's my understanding that you really carried that workshop almost all by yourself. So we thank you for your representing Essex County the way you always do when you go to our NACO and NJAC conferences and workshops. So thank you.
Madam President, thank you. It was actually this board and the administration that helped me go to the conference armed with questions. Because you remember I asked that before I left what you would want me to the kinds of comments that you'd want me to either offer or the things that you wanted me to talk about. And that they just happened, I guess, to catch me at that time. But hopefully we'll be talking about, you know, at least the freeholders that are left. That health care thing is one that you're going to have to, and your wellness initiatives. So whatever you set up, it's going to carry the county. So it's going to be a biggie. But you got the wellness guru sitting next to Ralph right there, Alan Abramovitz, so you'll be in good shape.
Very good. And again, just thank you for representing us.
Thank you.
The way you
Thank you for letting me.
You're quite welcome. Okay, we have, go back to our August 20th meeting, freeholders' questions and public comments, where we always respond at the next meeting. And Freeholder Gill asked what Executive Director Collins' office is doing regarding community outreach to acquire membership lists of various minority organizations that might have to identify qualified businesses. That memo went to the administration on the 22nd. The response came back August the 29th. Freeholder Bobadilla suggested that the division convene a meeting with existing and freeholder elected later this year to explain the opportunities available to the community through the division. That memo was sent to the administration on August 22nd, and it will be held in the freeholder training workshop with the new freeholders coming in. There will be a workshop, and we'll entertain it at that time. Freeholder President asked what process is in place to monitor the success of students in the Learning Link program. That memo went out to the administration on the 22nd. The response came back on the 29th. And Freeholder Clark asked for Resolution 18 for a summary description of the program that explains an explanation of how it assists students. The memo was sent on the 22nd. We received the response on the 29th. We'll go to the report of board committees, and Freeholder Clark stated that she would like to convene a meeting of her Work First New Jersey Review Committee to review the issue of increasing caseloads, among other matters. She has also indicated that she thought it might be necessary to convene the Recreation Oversight Committee to look into the matter of the aerators in Irvington Park. And Freeholder President Watson and Freeholder Bilal Beasley asked the administration when the aerator will be in place. First, Freeholder, both memos were sent to the administration on the 22nd. The first work meeting is scheduled for September the 11th at 3 p.m. in room 506. Recreation meeting is scheduled for 9:15 at 2 p.m. room 506. So Freeholder Clark, we have scheduled those meetings for you.
Yes.
And the response came back to Watson and Bilal going out about the aerators in Irvington. The response came back on the 29th. Now we go to the public comment session, the individuals that ask questions from the public. Donna Jackson, in reference to Resolution 17 and 18, she asked what the success of these programs have been because from her experience, she felt that they've been unsuccessful. She also asked that the programs be carefully monitored and that the board review the statistics before approving the contracts. She also spoke about clients being improperly sanctioned by the Division of Welfare and mentioned that Ms. Rita Johnston, who is on welfare, has also been sanctioned by the county for not attending an activity. And that same question was asked that question came from Donna Jackson. 822, we responded to her 829. The letter was sent to Ms. Jackson on September the 2nd. So Ms. Johnson's request on her experience with the programs, we did respond. Rodney White from 624 Nye Avenue encouraged the board to work with Irvington's new mayor, Tony Voss, to improve the town. The memo was sent to the administration on the 22nd, and the response was received from the administration on the 29th, and the letter was sent that it is the county's policy to work with all mayors in the municipalities. We go back to another public comment session from Donald Jackson, member of the Newark Board of Education. The board to put its opposition to the superintendent's transportation and one Newark plan in writing, especially because it solicited no input from the public. That memo was sent to the administration, the response on the 29th. And the response is that I, representing the board from the president, sent a letter and an email on 822 to Ms. Anderson, State District Superintendent, requesting information about the One Newark plan, and a copy was mailed to Mr. Jackson. Leslie E. Simmons from Irvington stated the crosswalks on Mount Vernon Avenue near Madison Avenue School are inadequate, striped, and she's concerned about the safety. The letter was sent, and there was some other issues about the pond she complained about the sheriff officers' blare sirens and loudspeakers at 6:25 a.m. on Tuesday, August the 19th on Augusta Street, telling residents to move their cars. The memo was sent to the administration on the 22nd. The response from the administration came back to this board, back to our clerk's office on the 29th, and the letter was sent out on the 2nd. Councilwoman Sandra Jones, as chair of Friends of Irvington Park, expressed her concerns about the delay in installing the aerator in the Irvington Park. You could tell we had our last meeting in Irvington, right? Which she was told would occur in Newark, and spoke about the sheriff's patrols in the park. That memo was sent to the administration. The response from the administration came back to us on the 29th, and the letter was sent out on the 2nd. Ms. Lillian Nash of Irvington expressed her concern that motorists do not stop at the stop sign. The memo was sent to the administration. The response went out on the 29th, letter sent out on the 2nd. Mr. Frank McBee of Irvington spoke about excessive loitering and littering along Springfield Avenue, which he says leads to crime. He asked that the pertinent laws be enforced and said there are not enough garbage cans. The memo was sent to the administration on the 22nd, the response on the 29th. The letter was sent out on the 2nd. George Hawkins spoke about the need for speed bumps to slow speeding motorists. The memo was sent to the administration on the 22nd, response 29th, letter sent out on the 2nd. Peggy Justin of Irvington spoke about the plight of her daughter, Ms. Justin, whose son was murdered, causing her to leave her job as a security guard for the Irvington Board of Ed. When she returned to Irvington, she had lost her job and wasn't rehired. The memo was sent to the administration on the 22nd. Response came back on the 29th. The response is that the county has no jurisdiction over the Irvington Board of Ed. It is an autonomous body. Tricia Zemick, Fairfield, Maplewood, expressed her support for the adult Dear Culling Program, and Freeholder President Boston indicated that the report issued at the conclusion of the culling effort will be sent to her. And the memo went out on the 22nd, the response from the administration on the 29th, and a copy of the report will be sent to Ms. Zemek. That ends our freeholder questions and public comments that we report back. As you know, we have our policy is that we respond back in writing instead of responding to residents while they're at the microphone. We feel that is more beneficial to both the county and our constituents. So let me thank again the administration. I know you had a long list this time, and we thank you for your immediate response. As always, you help the board take care of our due diligence as legislators. So again, thank you. Do we have any comments, freeholders? None? Okay, then a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn? Whose motion?